MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Second down, here's Barkley again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. The Giants at 9-6 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution.
And he fires one that's intercepted. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, good move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st down, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Jones, another shot here after the pick six. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. Jones on the move to his left. Looking for Shepard deep.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ballgame.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. In the mix for defensive now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Ryan.
Pass out left, caught by Woods.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put up on him.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Ryan.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will until halftime. From the 24, Jones. And that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people.
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
39. Wait, check.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Got the man complete. It's Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. And it's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, South.
To throw again is Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, 59, ready. Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Jones now throwing on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Colts. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Rodgers to return it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. His throw incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Is the game certainly not taking us there?
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really
Let's go, man. Game over. We still fought, man. At least got a point on the board.
Throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse
who's going to win the MVP?
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put in #1 for what we've seen this season.
On second down, it's Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient.
GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat.
And then burst through for big gains.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They run once more with Taylor. They find some open field here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 117 yards rushing now for the NFL leader.
It's all good. It's all good.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
No, even though we lost.
Play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls
It's all good. This guy was 14-1, 15-1, so we came out and did our best.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
I think we're still in the playoff, though, so.
On the 8th play of the drive. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
GG to the Colts, man. He been doing his thing the whole season, you know what I mean? No disrespect at all, man. Good game.
So this one lines up in Indianapolis.
GG's, man. Good game for sure.
Off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never look back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to
I think, man, those.
When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer.
Overall, man, them
That's
interceptions
exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there,
kind of messed me up
jumped
at
on
the beginning of the
them,
game.
never headed.
We're going to go through some stats real quick.
So for Indianapolis, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.